Hello and welcome to today's speed build. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us, and if not, then welcome back. So today I am super excited because this is something that I spoke about briefly in my last speed build, but this is actually a collaboration video, and I've been doing a lot of these recently actually, which is kind of crazy because I had never done collabs before, and now I just have a whole bunch coming out. But this one was hosted by the amazing Gardenova and Create4sims. Now I am going to put their channels into the link in the description, and also their Instagrams, because they seem to be very active on Instagram especially, so I will pop those in the description so that you can, check them out. I'm also going to list everyone at the end of the video who actually took part in this collaboration, so that you can see all of their videos and sort of what they came up with as well. Now, the idea of this collab is it's called the Simmering Summer Save File, and so all of us were creating a save file for you guys to use in your games. And something really nice about this is that we actually only used 2 packs, and those 2 packs were My Wedding Stories and Island Living. So there was only 1 expansion pack and then 1 game pack, which I think makes it really good. It's so accessible for people that don't have a lot of packs, or people that maybe just don't like using a lot of packs. I don't know, I thought it was a really good idea, and it was a good selection of packs because those packs in particular are really nice ones. They have really nice objects in them. I also like what is it called? I also like My Wedding Stories a lot because I love the world that came with it. Now, that's actually the world that I am building in. So I am building in the world of Tartosa. This collab took place over 3 worlds, and those 3 worlds were Oasis Springs, of course, because it's base game, and then Tartosa, of course, because of My Wedding Stories, and then the last one was, of course, Solani, because Island Living. And I got to build in Tartosa, which I was so happy about because I love Tartosa. I said that I was pretty much happy to build in any, but yeah, they had assigned me the biggest lot in Tartosa, and at first I was very scared because the way this worked was everyone got what was the word, assigned a lot. So you kind of put down what you would like to do, whether it be a community lot or a residential, and I was completely fine with doing either. So I was like, do you know what, just put me down for whatever. But yeah, I think some people probably had sort of what is the word, preferences. So there was probably a few people that maybe are better at one or the other, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like I may as well step out my comfort zone and do whatever's given to me. So I was like, you know what, just give me whatever. And yeah, so they ended up assigning lots, and that was really fun. It was a really cool way to do it. I'd never been in a collaboration like that before. So they assigned lots to everyone, and we all got started on our lots and just kind of got to work. Now, it was really nice because everyone sent in work in progress photos, so you got to see what everyone was doing, and it was really nice. I tried so hard to make sure that my build was fitting the vibe of everyone else's build. Now, I was assigned to do, of course, this 50 by 50 lot in Tartosa, but I was assigned to do a wedding venue, and they said sort of in brackets that it would be like a wedding barn situation, which I was very scared about, okay, because they'd assigned me the biggest lot in that world, and then also it was a wedding venue but also a barn, and at first I was like, I don't know how to make that work. I honestly brainstormed for a very long time. I had a look at everyone else's builds, and I was, trying to gain inspiration, make sure that I was building something based around other people's builds so that it was going to fit in nicely, it was going to blend really well, and it wasn't just going to look super out of place. Also, because it was pack restricted, I never pack restrict myself. So this was hard. I don't know, it wasn't hard, but it was I was out of my comfort zone. I'm just so used to be able to use whatever I want, and because I couldn't use whatever I want, I was like, oh no, I really need to focus. But honestly, I really do think that I made it look really nice. I am super happy with how it turned out. I honestly thought that I wasn't gonna be, because I spent so long just kind of being like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, but I honestly tweaked this build over and over again until I finally got it to a place that I was happy with. Now, something that's really nice about this build is this is built on the Thebe estate, and originally I think the Laurent family live here, and I kind of wanted to keep that being a theme through this build, because I thought, if we're sticking with the lore, and if you guys are like really hardcore like Sims players and you like all the lore and you kind of like them having a place to live, I wanted to keep that for you and not just completely get rid of it for a wedding venue. So in the top area of the barn, that ends up being the household for the Laurent family. So there's a bedroom for everyone in there. The family consists of 5 people, I believe. So there's 2 parents, 2 kids, and then there's a grandmother. And so I ended up doing bedrooms for all of them, and that's in the top. So if you do want to do gameplay, you could have it so that they're kind of in the top, and then you can have wedding venues down below. This is why I wish we had like multi-functioning lots, honestly, for reasons like this, because I feel like it would be so perfect. But yeah, now what I'm doing here with the chairs and stuff, I do end up changing this. I went through a lot of different things when building this, and you might notice I've edited this video a little bit differently from usual. Normally I'll sort of take things out that I think are too long or don't stay, because I don't know, I don't like there to be a whole lot of me placing stuff, getting rid of stuff, placing stuff, getting rid of. But this was a build that I changed over and over again. I maybe went for one idea, it wasn't really working, so I went for something else. So what I decided to do was I edited this a little bit differently, and I decided to keep in some of my old ideas. And yeah, it just lets you see that I didn't go with my first choice. There was a few different things I tried, and honestly it took me a while to get where I wanted to get. So yeah, I did skip a few things that I thought would be boring, but I thought I would keep the general just me piecing things together, because it's probably nice to watch. It's kind of nice to see how it came about, and yeah, it's better than it's suddenly taken place and you don't understand like how I got to that point, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it did. Hopefully it did. But yeah, I sort of cut out me doing the trees and plants and stuff, because I felt that these took a little bit of a long time. By the way, that was me checking to make sure that I felt like they were maybe a bit boring to watch me place, but I went with like a selection of 3 trees. So one of the trees, the one with the little cute pink flowers, is from Solani Island Living. I always call it Solani. I don't know why, like that is the name of the word and I always just say Solani Island Living. And then I used one, I think from Base Game. In fact, I think both of the other ones are from Base Game. One of them's like a big oak tree and then one of them's like a little birch tree, but I just mixed those together. I sized them down using the tool mod as well, and yeah, I thought that was a nice thing to add, because it kind of created this nice vibe around the build. Something that I struggled with was actually kind of the surroundings, so that's why I went with this debug fence, which I loved. And then I put a lot of plants around it. You'll see me placing them now. This was a little bit better to keep in, because oh, maybe I didn't use tool mod. I feel like I did though. I think I did. Yeah, I thought this was easier to keep in because I'm just duplicating it to the other side. So I wasn't struggling as much. But yeah, I also ended up adding a small little garage here, and I really like that as well. I feel like this is one of those builds where it's not super obvious that I was pack restricted. Like, you can probably tell just based on how I've done some things. Like, for example, I end up adding this little area for the horses, and you can probably tell that, like, it's, I don't know how do I put it, you can probably tell that it's not from the horse ranch pack, but I feel like I did it nicely nonetheless. But yeah, I feel like it's, you can tell with some things, but at the same time it's not super obvious, which I really like. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about Create4sims and Gardenova, and yeah, just tell you, because they are the people that hosted this amazing collab and they deserve all the love in the world. Now, they had asked if I wanted to take part in this collab quite a while ago. Actually, I'm trying to think when it was. Specifically, maybe March? I think it might have been March, and that's quite a while ago, because now it's June and it's like coming into July, so that was quite a while ago. And for ages I was like, do you know what, like, we have so much time, I don't need to worry, like we've got all the time in the world. But then it came around so quickly and I was like, wow. And then I really got to work, so yeah, don't procrastinate, that's the story there. But yeah, so they had asked in around that time, around March, and of course I said yes. I was so excited. I had just been asked to do my other collab, the 50s collab, so I was like, oh, this is really cool, like my first time being in a collab, and I've got one so shortly after it. Like, I was just so excited. And yeah, they did, of course, the assignments, which I was talking about. They assigned all the lots, which was super fun. I was so excited. I was actually really, really happy with my lot. I remember saying, like, in the group chat, I was like, I'm so happy with that lot. Like, thank you so much. Now, they are two simmers that I am sure I've followed for quite a while. Before that, I knew who they were. Like, I knew exactly who they were, so I was like, this is crazy. It was so exciting. As I said, I'm going to link them down below, but they are extremely talented. They are so talented, and also really, really nice people. Like, when doing the collab, they seem to be so understanding with people that maybe didn't have time for certain things, or maybe needed like an extension because of things. They seem to be really understanding and just so sweet, like just such lovely people. And yeah, they are amazingly talented. Now, they also did builds for the collab, which were absolutely beautiful. I'm sure that specifically Create4sims, I don't know if they did it forever. I think forever? I meant to say together. I don't know. I think they actually might have done it together, but I don't know if it's maybe on Create4sims page. I'll try, and when I find it, I'll link it down below. But they made a little video and it was an overview of like everyone's builds. I think it's specifically on Create4sims page, but I think they actually worked on it together and like done the little overview together. So I thought that was so sweet. They done this overview of literally every single build in the save file. So if you're thinking about downloading the save file and you want to know what's kind of going to be in it, you can, because there's a nice little video. But I'll link it down below anyway. I think it's on just one of their pages, but it might be on both. I think I might have just watched it on her page. Also, if you can hear a dog, there's like a dog barking outside, so I don't know if the mic is picking it up or not, but just in case it is. My dog's also in the room, but she's not making that noise. But anyway, so they made their own builds. Sorry, I find it so hard to stay on topic, but they made their own builds, which were absolutely beautiful. Like, I loved them so much. I know that Gardenova done a Instagram post where she kind of showed, I don't know if she showed all, but she showed a lot of the builds on a kind of overview, which was really nice. So definitely make sure to check that out, give it a whole bunch of love. But yeah, they both did beautiful builds, and so did everyone in the collab, by the way. I was in this collab with the most amazing, talented people ever, and like, they made the best things, and every time they were sending them into the chat, I was so like amazed. I was like, this is amazing, and I just had fun like loving them all. I feel like I'm not super talkative when it comes to talking in group chats. I'm a little bit quiet, but I was just sitting there love hearting everyone's stuff, and I was looking at it and I was going, wow, like that's really good. I actually felt very scared to send mine in, because for some reason I really overthought it, and I was like, I'm gonna send it in and everyone's gonna be like, this is awful, and I don't know why, because it's so silly. Like, no one said that, by the way. No one was like, this is awful. Everyone was so lovely about it. And yeah, so I was just happy that people liked it, and also I liked it. That was kind of like my main concern, that they liked it and that I liked it. And yeah, now as you can see, I have built the staircase going up. Now the bottom area, I've not really explained this very well, have I? So the bottom area is for, of course, the wedding. So that's where that takes place. And then the top bit is, of course, for the family. So at the top, there's like a staircase leading up to it at the back, so you don't actually enter that house from the inside, which I think is nice because it means you're not just going to have Sims wandering upstairs from the wedding. I mean, maybe they will, but what I would say is you could just like lock the door. If you wanted to play with this, I'm trying to think, you could use it as a residential. So I think it's probably been uploaded to save file as a wedding venue. That's what I had uploaded it to, because I uploaded it through tray files. So I think I had saved it as specifically just a wedding venue, but I don't know, you could change it if you wanted to, because of course if you have the save file then you can do what you want. So you could maybe make it into a residential and then use it, but I don't know, I feel like it might just be better off being a wedding venue because it might be a little bit easier. But here we are adding a bunch of seating. So there's seating at the back, there's seating at the front, and then there's actually also seating at the side. You can probably hear my squeaky chair, I'm so sorry. There's also seating at the side. So there's seating everywhere. They can sit wherever they like. And there's also a bar back here as well, because I thought it needs a bar, you know, it's a wedding, it needs a bar. There's a big tree at the back. I don't know what tree I end up using. I think just like a big green one. I mean, that doesn't help. But anyway, I think just a big green one. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of pretty much most things I added. Most things I added were also just supposed to kind of look very sweet. Like I feel like in terms of, what is it like? I feel like in terms of functionality, of course the build is functional, like that was a must, it had to be. But a lot of stuff I just added because I thought it looked really nice and I wanted this build to have sections. So you know, there's like a bar area at the back. There also ends up being a TV back here, so your Sims can kind of like enjoy the back of the, I don't know, like they can just enjoy their time while they're drinking. And then also at the front, I feel like that's mainly for the ceremony, so that's maybe where they spend their time just drinking before the ceremony. And then yeah, of course there's just like the horse ranch area, which is of course for any horses. I feel like because it's in a barn, they just would have some horses. I don't know. Maybe they would like hire some out, because there isn't actually a specific place for like the horses to be. So maybe they can hire out horses, or maybe the family has horses and then they hire out the family's horses. I don't know. I don't really know the lore behind it, even though it's my build. But something like that I think would be very sweet. But yeah, I kept finding things in debug, like these little string things, and I was like, I need to add them, because you know, see, when it comes to pack restricted builds, I feel like you need to use everything. Like, see, everything that works, you just need to use it, because you're limited to what you can and can't use. So it works really nicely. But yeah, here I am just placing plants and things, and of course the little TV, which I thought worked really nicely. I love how this build looks at sunset, by the way, which is probably why you can see me always have it at sunset, but it looks really nice during the day as well. I feel like I'm just a sucker for sunset. But yeah, I really like this build. By the way, I built this before I got my new PC, so if it still looks a bit not the best quality, I think it looks really nice. But if it doesn't look any different, that's why. I've not actually done a video with my new PC yet, so yeah. I'm kind of still getting things set up. I feel like there's still a lot of things to be done, like set up my microphone and things, which really boring, but I kind of have to, because otherwise it's not going to sound right. I'm using my boyfriend's PC right now, so it's a little bit easier, but yeah. But anyway, here is the inside. So this is the actual venue. So we've got like the piano where they would hire a pianist, the actual area where they can propose. There's also a wedding aisle outside, just in case your Sims want to get married outside as well, so they've got that as well. And yeah, there's just a few little things. I added benches, of course. I'm sure I changed the flooring to be like a more beige one because it was feeling a little bit too white in here, and I didn't want it to look too washed out. I know it is for a wedding, and weddings would typically be like white, but I just felt like it looked a little bit washed out. So I do end up changing some of the colors, like the floor, but yeah, for the most part everything's just pretty simple. I think I may have changed a few things off camera, but there will be screenshots at the very end, so make sure you stay to see them and you'll kind of see exactly what I ended up doing. But yeah, I'm really liking it, I really like it. I know what it looks like, but looking at the footage, I'm really liking it. So yeah, I think I did do a post for this on my Instagram. Maybe I should double check. I'm sure I did though. So if you want to check my Instagram out, please feel free. It should be linked down below anyway. But yeah, I did post it. That was kind of like, so I did a post where I was announcing that I was in the collab, and then I did a post where like I actually showed my build from the collab, and everyone was so lovely about it, which was so sweet. I feel like I've said this a few times. I don't know if I've ever said it on video, like on YouTube, but honestly, the Sims community to me has been the nicest community ever, and I don't say that lightly. Like there's a lot of communities that, you know, I've maybe seen or heard from and stuff, and they're not, you know, there's like a lot of like maybe bitter people or people that are just not so nice. But honestly, everyone I have spoken to in the Sims community have been so nice. Like you probably seen my last video. If you haven't, definitely check it out. But I did a collab in my last video with someone called Simza. Her name's actually Mal, and she, lovely, like so lovely, so talented as well, by the way, absolutely amazing. If you check out my last video, I do talk about like how amazing she is and how lovely she is and stuff, but she was so nice, and she had asked me to do a collab as well, and like she's just the nicest person ever, and also like so talented, insanely talented. I don't know if I said it in my last video, I really hope I did, but she is an amazingly talented girl, and like her build was insane that I decorated. So yeah, but anyway, that's just an example of like someone that's so nice in the community. But of course the people in this collab, as I was saying, so lovely, and like just everyone I've spoken to, there's so many people that like I just want to name, but like I don't want to I feel like it's weird if I name everyone, but there's just so many lovely people that I speak to that are in the community, and they're just lovely people, genuinely lovely people. And you know, people always say be careful with who you idolize, because you know, what if they're not nice people? But honestly, there's people that I've been watching on YouTube for like years, and now I speak to them, and my opinion has not changed. They are like the nicest people ever. So I just feel like the Sims community is so nice. And even when I streamed on Twitch, I used to stream on Twitch all the time, and people were insanely lovely. People were so helpful. In fact, there's this one amazing person who's always in my comment section, and I don't know if I should say her name, because I don't know if she would want me to say her name. She will know who she is if she's watching this. She comments on like all my videos, and she's like my friend. I met her because I did Twitch, and she like always helped me out on Twitch, because I never knew where anything was. Like I wasn't used to the Sims layout, and I wasn't used to the UI. So whenever it came to me having to find an object, she was like, oh, it's just in this section, or she'd be like, oh, it's here, like just go over here and do this. Just so insanely lovely, and she's still so lovely, like even now, like, and it's been ages since I streamed on Twitch. I think probably like I started doing YouTube like 1.5 years ago, so I'm gonna say maybe 2 years ago, I think I met her, and she's still so lovely. She's still so nice, like the nicest person ever. Again, I don't want to say her name just in case like she doesn't want me to, but she's such an amazing person, and I just feel that way about Sims community in general. Everyone just seems to be so lovely. Now obviously you're gonna get people here and there, but like personally, I have met so many lovely people, and yeah, I feel like it's just such a nice thing, because I was very scared about doing YouTube at the start, and now I'm like, now I'm just rolling with it. I'm like, you know what, it's a vibe, I'm vibing with it. But yeah, anyway, I don't know what made me think of that. Probably just the fact that this collab was so nice and the people were so lovely, and yeah. But anyway, if you do want to download this save file, by the way, I should probably tell you how. So if you go into, it's probably on Gardenova and Create4sims Patreons, but I know that specifically Gardenova has a Patreon and it's up there, and you can get it from our Patreon. Now, I don't know if it's on both of theirs. I really should know that, but I know it's at least on Gardenova. So if you want it, if you go into there, you should be able to get it. I'll actually try and find the link to it. That might be a bit easier, and then link it in the description for you, just to make it a bit easier and you're not like, how do I get it? But yeah, I don't really know how everything's working. I think that in August I can put this build on the gallery, maybe? I'm not sure. It's not on the gallery right now because it's not supposed to be, because it's a save file, but I think I might be able to upload it to the gallery in August. I don't know. I think they said something about that, but yeah, it's not in the gallery just now for that reason. But yeah, by the way, I'm doing the little living room right now for their house. I haven't actually mentioned, but I just did a cute little home. I thought this was very sweet. I actually love doing furnishings with only base game and like a few other packs, so this was super fun. I feel like it looks really cute, and you can see it's a very small space, so I was kind of working with what I had. It gives me very like apartment vibes. This is like one of my favorite sizes of apartments to do. Honestly, I love doing micro apartments. That's something that needs to be added to the game ASAP. But yeah, so I ended up doing, I actually don't know their names, wait. So I ended up doing the kids room, which has 2 kids in it, and that's the one that's just off the kitchen there. And then next to that is the parents room, and then next to that is the elderly, like the grandparents room. So hopefully if you are playing with the family, this makes it a little bit easier to do. But yeah, you can see me fiddling about with the kitchen here. As I said, I tried not to like really cut things out, so hopefully this is okay. I always cut like quite a lot out because I feel like it's a bit hard to watch otherwise, but I don't know, I thought it was nice to keep it in for this specific one, so hopefully that is okay with you guys. But yeah, just got a new expansion pack release, and that is the Sims 4 Love Struck expansion pack, and oh my god, I am so excited. I've actually not gotten it yet, but I'm really hoping to get it soon. I'm gonna get it as soon as possible, and yeah, I'm so excited to see what it holds. I'm so excited to see everyone else's videos on it because I actually don't even know what's in it. I haven't actually had a look at it, so I should definitely do that so that I can actually see what's going on. But yeah, it's all about love. It's a really cute vibe, and I'm so excited to see the world. I have not seen the world yet, and I am just beyond excited. I kind of want to look it up right now, but I'm like, should I? But I kind of want to see it. I'm assuming it has a world because they all have worlds, so I'm really hoping that it has one. But yeah, I'm really excited. I kept saying that I really wanted it to be something that is like, what's the word like semi-shino, like very apartment themed. But I don't know if it will be apartment themed. They kept going on about things being like what was it they kept saying, like destination, but I think that was the kits being destination kits, so I don't think that's to do with this. But anyway, I'm really excited to see the new world. I really need to check it out. I would do a video on it, but I feel like it might be a bit late now. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out for myself anyway, and hopefully I am not disappointed. I don't think I will be. I think I'll be really excited. Honestly, see, at this point I just get excited over anything to do with The Sims. But yeah, here I am doing the kids' bedroom, and it's pretty simple. It's very small, it really is, but I play tested this and it does work, so hopefully if you're using it, it should absolutely be fine. It worked for me, so hopefully it should work for you guys. But yeah, it's just like a basic little little room. I believe that it's 2 children in this room, so it should be okay. I think it's a little boy and a little girl. But yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't know too much about this family, I won't lie. So yeah, that's actually a reason that I'm doing my Sims makeover challenge and like renovation, because I want to be able to know the Sims a little bit better, and it really helps me to do those challenges because I get to research them. So yeah, we are actually coming to the end of this video, so I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I appreciate it so much, and you'll get to see all the other fun stuff I come up with. But yeah, please make sure to go check out the channels in the description of the amazing Gardenova and of course Create4sims, and stay till the end to see the creators list as well, because there is such amazing people in this collab and they just deserve all the love and support in the world, and they deserve for you to see their amazing builds. Thank you all so much for watching. I really did hope you enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!